Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's premium review in which we are taking a look at the Japanese A7M1. This plane has received a flight model change, not in this patch. I believe it was patched before this one, in patch 1.67. And I have been wanting to revisit this plane for quite some time now. Never really had the time with new releases and new planes coming in, which always takes a little bit of priority for me. But I decided to fly it out and see what this change was about and how the plane performed right now. Of course, the last time we flew this plane out, it set a 3.3 battle rating in RB, and it was absolutely insane at that battle rating. With the performance it had, it was pretty much one of the best planes at that battle rating, if not the best plane at that 3.3 battle rating. And it has been adjusted, of course, to 4.7 battle rating in realistic battle. And that is a good battle rating for it, I have to say. There is much more competition at this battle rating, especially at up tiers. And the plane can finally compete against equal planes. And still does very well there. Still does very well there. The plane has a very good turn rate. It is built as a turn fighter, but of course it is not just a turn fighter, because it can energy fight and boom and zoom as well. It has a good speed, although at this battle rating it has become decent speed. It used to be very good speed at 3.3. it used to sit at, but it's still good speed. It has decent climb rate. You can't outclimb everything at this battle rating, but it's still decent. You can up the altitude with a little bit of side climbing. The armament is good with two 20mm Type 99 Mark II cannons and two 13.2mm Type 3 machine guns. I used universal on both sets of guns. The 20mm have 200 rounds per gun, and the Type 3 machine guns have 300 rounds per gun. Good firepower with a good amount of ammo as well. Now the plane also has decent acceleration and decent to good energy retention. It is good in a dive. Its dive performance is nice, and its top speed in a dive is not bad at all for the battle rating it sits at. All in all, this plane can switch between roles. The plane is good at everything it does. I can't find any major weak points, and that was true at the 3.3 battle rating. It is also true at this battle rating. The only thing you can say about this plane being bad is that it's not a true specialist at anything, although you could say that the turn fighting role is its preferred role. But for example, it is less maneuverable than the earlier Zeros that came before it. But for that it gained other attributes that makes this plane into, well, it could be one of my favorite planes in game. It really is so flexible, and you can do so many different things in it that it is just a joy to fly. You are not bad off in any role, and it's just great. It's very enjoyable. Well, I flew it out for one evening, and I had some decent matches in it. I didn't have the exceptional 5-0 or 6-0, but you have some steady performances in this plane, and the kill death ratio that I get in this plane is just freaking amazing. But you get at least 2 kills, often at least 2 kills and often 3 kills in this match. Sometimes 4. I've had it before at 3.3, but in the evening I flew this plane for this review. I didn't get a 4 kill match. And that is also due to the Japanese teams. Japanese teams, in my experience, always have a lot of pilots in it that know what they're doing, that have quality as a pilot. Many of the Japanese planes are over-tiered and have a battle rating that is too high, in other words. And pilots really have to work for their Japanese planes. They really have to do their best to make them perform, work as a team, and be a good pilot themselves. And because of this, the Japanese teams are often very good. And thus you often get matches where everybody gets a kill, or everybody gets 2 kills. A lot of people get 2 kills and the other half of the team gets 1 kill, and that means that there is no room often for you getting 5 or 6 kills. It's unfortunate because I'm always looking for the exceptional match in which you can show a lot, but now I show you multiple matches. And I see you here. We came from altitude, we fought at altitude in the beginning against P-51 and the P-47. We shoot them out of the sky on altitude. This plane is very good on high altitude in its performance. It has no problems there, and but it also performs good at medium to low, so it has good performance on all altitudes, which is quite nice. And in the first match you saw me take out Spitfires at low altitude, for example. So you can always solve the problem like that if you don't get that super fantastic match. So yeah, a great plane overall, and happy to say that I chose to fly it again because it gave me an evening of joy. Of course, after the realistic matches, and I had a few good matches with some good footage, I jumped into AB. Because for the premium reviews I want to show both modes, as many people fly both modes, and it's real money involved for this plane. So I want to give a review in both modes. Now in arcade, of course, you get the flight model buffed a little bit, just like all the planes, and with this plane it just makes it even better. We're using it in a boom and zoom style here. In a furball, even though the plane is good at it, you will never survive for the whole match. Usually, because planes come back, people want to take revenge. I am a bit rusty though in arcade. Even though the beginning of this match is very nice. I use rudder way less than I would have done if I would have been playing AB all the time. Rudder use is very important in AB because in RB it often gets the plane to make very strange maneuvers, which can be less than beneficial to your performance, let's say. But in arcade the rudders are always very responsive, and it can make a difference, big difference in your performance as a pilot. But if you fly more RB, it's always something that you have to, you fly a few AB matches and then you're back into the habit, say that. But this was the first match I flew, so I didn't have time to get into that habit again. Now we're still working in the general area before their spawn. I am moving away from it as well, not to be completely spawn camping, but many people know my opinion already on this in AB, and that is that spawn camping is part of the deal in AB. Because if you win the fight for higher altitudes, it is pretty natural that you come across the enemy spawn. There is several ways you can do it though. I mean, you know, I always fly alone for my reviews, so I can never really control the spawn completely, and I will always have to move away from it eventually. And I pretty much try to give people some time to get their bearings and to see who's above them. Like this guy had plenty of time. He's already out for a minute or something. And he tries to make a split S, but it's not enough to throw off my aim there. The Wellington is shot on fire, which is nice. And we're trying to go for some more altitude again. You have to be careful with this sort of fighting. Because if you get too low, you get the fighter spawning on your ass. And that is not very healthy. Thunder CR, he knows I'm here already because I just shot him down. He's going for another split S. But he is keeping the plane too steady there. He should have made the turn more aggressively. And I may not have been able to follow. If I did not want to go too low, right? I mean, I could completely go for him there. But his maneuvering just wasn't sharp enough. But here we go to show that my practice in AB is not good enough. I see the 190 below me. I decide to go for the PBY. and I get shot down by that guy. I shot him down 3 times and he gets his revenge, and good for him. I just completely neglected him, let's say that. I underestimated him, and that gave him the chance to shoot me down. And that kind of thing, you should never underestimate people. I should have easily been able to survive on that encounter. I should have gone in the vertical, I should have left the PBY for what it was, and I should have made evasive action. I didn't do that though, but it's also good to show that. Sometimes I did have a backup vehicle, so we immediately got back into an A7M1 and we finished the match with this plane. We got back on altitude, we shot the PBY we missed. That guy that shot me down was shot down by somebody else in the open. The high ground was open again for us to occupy it. Now this mad guy that I just shot also was focused on me a little bit, and that's always the fun in AB. For me at least, I find it challenging to have so many people around you, people coming back for you, people being shot down once or twice by you, wanting their revenge, and you have the other player. How I missed that shot. Game. Here is Matt again. He's coming for us again. He's got a glancing hit there on my wing, and he's coming after me fanatically again, going outside of his climbing comfort zone, and he stalls out, and that is never a good idea with an A7M1 above you. So we managed to get him again. But that's the fun thing about AB. It's much more challenging for the situational awareness you have, and it really requires you to have your head on a swivel, which is actually good practice. You need to do that sometimes. I mean, AB has its own skill set, and there's just some things that you can learn better in AB than you could learn in RB. Aiming is another thing when it comes to that. Aiming is slightly different, of course, but you get so much more opportunity to practice your aim in AB compared to RB when you're starting out. You know, waiting for 5 minutes, then or 3 or 5, whatever, and then going into climbing for 5 minutes, and then having a shot to try to shoot somebody once and you die, for example, and then you have to repeat the process. In AB it's much better. But let's see what kind of rewards we got for that performance. We've got Final Blow, Hero of the Sky actually, 14 kills and 1 death. Not too bad at all. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was quite enjoyable. The plane has changed since I last flew it. It has been tweaked a little bit, and I feel it's only gotten better. It feels very steady and a good platform for your guns. The battle rating has been changed enormously from 3.3 to 4.7. It's immense, the difference. But the plane still performs, and it's still a very joyful plane to fly out. You know, it has a bit more competition for the climb rate. For example, you often get out-climbed by P-47s from an attacker spawn, or P-51s or Spitfires. But the plane can cope with it, and it still has enough qualities to perform at this battle rating. Fantastic. Very enjoyable to fly. Like I said, it is good at pretty much everything. It can fulfill all 3 of the roles, and it can move between them flawlessly, and that gives you a lot of options in this plane. It is very versatile. The guns work very well, a good ammo load on them. There's really nothing bad I can say. There's no real major downsides to this plane as I can see it. It's a good grinder, and if you are working on the Japanese tree, I would definitely recommend you buying this plane to get through the Japanese tree. Definitely recommended to get this. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.